All right, we are going to be reviewing this past week. Today is Saturday, August 16th, 2025. And yeah, we're going to be reviewing essentially everything that we can spot and just noting observations, putting them down in our notes, and learning and getting better for next week. That is all these full week back tests are about, is observing, learning, because the market is the greatest teacher of them all. So with that, I want to actually start out by going on Discord. I need to respond to Hyper because Hyper messaged me. He said, "For a long time, I drowned myself in nasty concepts. I thought the more I studied, the better I would trade. How are you feeling now?" Oh, he's so nice. Okay, let's look at these trades that Hyper sent us. So this looks nice, right? We got this is the manipulation leg. SMT, inverse value gap, change to delivery. That's beautiful. Did he take that? Yeah, I was thinking, I saw this exact same trade. And then a 5-minute inverse value gap. Beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, it's genuinely just so beautiful. Yeah, I was noticing this one as well. Yup, I took that trade. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. This is on Wednesday. Yeah, this is really nice. Break of this low for value gap. Yeah, that was nice. Wait, wait, did you? I don't understand if he took them or not. I'm gonna respond to him about my eyes. And then recommendations. Dude, these are so good. They're genuinely beautiful. I don't think I have any recommendations on them. What do you think I should I do? what I was gonna say is, like, what recommendations do we give to Hyper? He's asking for recommendations. I feel like these are super good. Oh wait, what recommendation is? I like having the. I mean, personally, I like having the PD array always drawn out in the background and obvious. I feel like, I don't know, it's not really required. These were drawn out beautiful. Yo, what up, Hyper? It's kind of funny. I'm commenting on a different Hyper's trades that he sent me. So we're looking at these. So, okay. So, we just looked at all these trades from Hyper. So, now let's dive into the charts and look at specifics. Just anything that we notice about the week. Like I said, the market's the greatest teacher of all time. Why would you let anyone else be your teacher other than the market? The market is going to teach you everything you need to know. So, we got to dive into the charts and look at everything in specific. Literally just let the charts show us the trades that we can take and learn from the market itself. That is the best way to learn. The market is the greatest teacher. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Hey Jill, what's up? How's it going? So yeah, we're just gonna be spotting trades, observations, and guys, anytime I want you guys to be on the charts as well. Like if you want, observe price action. Tell me anything that you notice. Right? We're just trying to gain observations. I'm going to have this folder open, and this folder is going to be, so I have a folder for each day. The one for today is going to be Saturday, and it's just going to be basically a weekly cleanup. Like anything that I missed throughout the week, I'm going to put in this folder, and we're just going to go through and look around. But I'm doing good, Jill. My eyes are healing now. Hopefully I'm on the right side of the curve, getting better. Should be just a couple more days and I'll be back to normal. Sorry I didn't make that many market recaps and short form videos this week, but like I said, I've been sick and had the whole thing with my eyes. But yeah, hopefully I'll be getting better now, which is really, really good. So let's drag this over. Okay, so let's look at the week in general. Let's start out looking at the daily chart. What did we have going on here? Well, Monday delivered lower, then we ran through all-time highs, then we got our retracement. And Monday specifically delivered lower into what key level? This 4-hour for value gap and discount. So once again, where does the week open? Week opens here. So let's mark that out with a line. So there's where we open up for the week. We deliver down into a discount for our value gap. Once again, I like to measure it out from the obvious high to low of the displacement. So from here to here, this is the specific price leg I like to use when taking a look at what whether a fair value gap is in discount or not. And actually, let's just make this a vertical line here, and then we'll switch this to horizontal. Okay, so market opens here. We deliver down into a 4-hour discount for value gap, and then we expand higher. Very, very interesting, right? Let's go ahead and screenshot this. Make a note of this, that Monday higher time frame was bullish. Monday pushes lower into a 4-hour discount PD array. Then we expand to all-time highs, or through all-time highs, which was our draw on liquidity. Right. So this is our first insight. Let's mark this out as Monday. Monday just delivers us lower into this 4-hour discount for value gap. And I guess it's probably a 1-hour discount for value gap. So I'm saving this. Into this 4-hour discount FVG. It's probably also a 1-hour gap. Yep, you can clearly see this is a really nice 1-hour for value gap. So I'm gonna mark it out like this. I'm gonna actually mark out the displacement like that. That's the most clean price leg. So same thing here, right? Week opens, Monday pushes lower into a 1-hour discount for value gap. And then we expand through the week into a 1-hour discount PD array. Then we expand to all-time highs, which is our drawn liquidity. So one thing to consider is, okay, so this was a bullish expansion week, or at least the beginning of it was, right? Then it was a bullish expansion week turned into retrace. So Monday delivers us lower into 1-hour discount PD array. So let's mark out Monday 18 o'clock, because that's the true week open. Let's actually just pull it up on quarterly theory. Okay, so it's right here. True week open is right here. So this, we want to anticipate manipulation to go below this line. I'm not gonna call it true week open though, because I mean it doesn't matter what I call it, and I don't know. That just feels like an overcomplication of it. I'm just calling it Monday, right? Monday manipulation goes below Monday. Below Monday, 18 o'clock, open. then we get expansion. Once again, the market is the greatest teacher. Manipulation occurred below Monday, 18 o'clock. I am struggling to make bias. What I recommend is you just gotta frame a model, like frame a market maker model, and then use that for your bias. That's one of the best ways to get your bias. For instance, right, here's a 1 hour discount for value gap. Drop down to the 5 minute, right? Where's our 5 minute change state delivery? I mean, I like this one personally. I would use this one. So we have a 5 minute change state delivery here. Because all these other ones, they're not obvious to me that they're gonna go around liquidity. But this one's obvious to me that we're gonna go around liquidity. So I like this. Or actually, you could even mark it out as this. Kind of depends, whichever one you want to do. And then so 5 minute change state delivery. And once again, where's midnight? Where's midnight? We have midnight. Midnight, we're below midnight, we're below 8:30, we're below all these, right? This is very, very cool. Look at how we're below all these. So I'm actually going to save this as a new template. Monday, 18 o'clock. And then 8:30. We dip down below all of these. Pretty cool, huh? And then our optimal entry is below them. Then we get expansion. Okay, so 1 hour discount for value gap. Let's see, which one's better do you think to use standard deviations? I'm curious. This is a good experiment, right? I actually don't know. Right? Maybe it's this. See, we don't actually hit that. So I'm honestly thinking it's probably this one. Interesting. Well, you could use any of these, right? I'd probably use this one. Can you show me the fib settings? Yeah. So the reason I have it like this, right? Why do I have so many fibs? Because you have to understand market maker models, standard deviations literally mean nothing. Standard deviations, this is why so many people hate standard deviations, because they don't understand them, right? The standard deviations are not significant in any way. They're not key levels. They're literally just measurements of the manipulation, and you are just using them to take profit. It is just a common sense way to take profit. The standard deviations, essentially mean nothing. You're just essentially saying, okay, there are logical points I can take profit because I measured out the manipulation. I can take profit at one standard deviation above it, 2, 3, 4, and you know, it's just logic, right? And institutions use the same exact logic, and that's why you see these standard deviations get respected. So, you can look at that, right? Screenshot that if you want. So go ahead and screenshot it if you haven't yet. I'm gonna close it in 3, 2, 1. All right. So it's also important to look at SMTs, but I'm gonna look at that after, right? Tuesday was my favorite day of the week by far because just what an interesting day. The way we perfectly come below all of these. And why do I like this? Actually, let's measure out. I'd probably take this trade like this, and I'd take profit. I'd take profit here. So this is what I would do for my trade, right? What time was this? That's at 7:55. So this is actually that's way before. That's before I get on the charts. But still, I want to talk about it, right? So I'd enter on the close there, and then why would I take this? Well, you have a pretty clearly the market is ready to go run liquidity. Now here's the thing, right? You could go break even here, but you'd actually get stopped at break even. So in this specific scenario, I think you got to go break even at the end of the range here. So this is just a observation the market is just teaching me right now, right? Now I don't know if that's necessarily the best in all scenarios, but clearly I think that's what's best in this situation. And then, so yeah, sometimes you got to be you can't go break even too soon because it's gonna hurt you. And then I like just going for this. That's actually 4.5 to 1 because this lines with our liquidity pool here. So there we go, liquidity pool. And yeah, I would just enter on the close of this 5-minute change state delivery. And then if I look at London, right, London, yeah, we manipulate London's lows with SMT. Oh, you know why this wouldn't work though? This is predicting news. Oh, never mind. I forgot news came out at 8:30, huh? But I mean, theoretically you could, but I guess it's predicting news. I'm still gonna record it down. It's whatever. Oh yeah, look at that. PM. Oh, wow. This is why I say I don't really care about news too much, because as long as you frame your trade correctly, news will usually still deliver price towards the drawn liquidity. And if it doesn't, then it's because your drawn liquidity was probably wrong. So that's why I say I don't really care about news, to be honest. Yeah, news literally just delivers price to drawn liquidity so much of the time. But, oh man, you'd have to not go break even until you hit that high, and that'd be kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably end up going break even before then. That's why my break even rate is so stupidly high, and I got to work on that, to be honest. So, anyway. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. And as well, let's look and see if there was SMT there. I don't don't want to look at that right now. Let's just go ahead and screenshot this. Once again, the market is always the best teacher. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, obviously, easier said than done to take this live. This would be really hard, but eventually it goes to show it's possible. Now, yeah. So, what was this? So any specific trades, I'm just gonna put them in their respective, on the respective day that they happen. So this was on Tuesday, 8/12, 1 hour for value gap. Eight 12, 1 hour for value gap, 1 hour. Like I always say, there's so much to look at every single day and every single week, and most people do not even know, don't have the slightest idea what they're missing out on because they're not reviewing the market. They're not going into the market in depth and looking at every little detail. It's crazy how much the market can teach you. 1 hour, 5 minute. This was a flow state close. Okay, I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Once again, this is just the beginning. I got a lot more to look at, and this is probably just gonna be part one. That's why the title says part one, because I want to do a deep dive into this week, and I think this is what I'm gonna do every single weekend. Is I'll probably do part one and part two. Maybe like tomorrow I'll do part two, because there's always just so much to review every single week, and I think if you're not taking advantage of that, that's a mistake. Why would you not try and get the most out of every piece of information that week had to give you? Because there's going to be lessons, and if you don't spend the time to learn from them and you don't even look at them, well, that just doesn't make any sense to me why you wouldn't do that. So, like, I don't need to even have Forex replay. I don't need to have literally anything. All I need is to look at the chart and observe. And I can have all my indicators, and I don't have to worry about them not being there. So, anyway, I guess I do have to kind of use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, you know what? So while we have time and I'm not doing anything, I kind of want to make this not ugly. So, yeah, I kind of want to make this not ugly. So I'm just going to do true week open, true day open, and then London can be like that, AM can be green, PM can be purple. So fascinating, look at that. True week open, true day open, true session open. Look at how precise that was. Can I make it dotted? Can the lines please be dotted? I want this indicator to XAU. There's no reason why I wouldn't. Like, I could if I wanted to. I just, I like NASDAQ. I could definitely trade XAU, but can I make these dotted and can they extend out further, please? Oh, wow. What the? That's kind of cool that you can do that. Sorry, guys. I'm just messing around with this indicator because I think it's cool. So, is the true session open actually 7:30? Because if so, that's just weird. It is. Why? It should be 8:30. It should be 8:30. Why is true session open 7:30? Oh, no, I do not get that. I don't get it. Anyway, it's just a helpful tool. I can just pop it off and put it back on. What up, MG? MGS. I don't know if I can say the rest of your name. What's up, bro? How are you? Right now, I'm just messing around with this new indicator I'm looking at. I'm gonna bring this. This is useful for, just determining if you're in premium or discount. So I'm gonna, oh shoot. Okay, just 1 second, guys. This is just gonna take a second. I'm reorganizing. Once again, these weekend streams are gonna be pretty chill. There's nothing that we have to do. There's nothing we can't do. This is the time where if you guys want to ask me any questions or just talk to me about anything, this is the time to absolutely do that because there is no limit on how much time I have. So that's the benefit of doing the weekend streams. So yeah, like I said, we're just reviewing this whole week in general. It should be pretty good. This is just so fascinating to me how, right, Monday 18 o'clock, right, let's pull this up again because I think this is so interesting, right? So this is Monday 18 o'clock. Wow, that's so precise. Monday 18 o'clock. Here's midnight. And lastly, here is 7:30. So I guess 7:30 is important. Whatever. Like I'm obviously like I'm like I want to do what's actually useful, but looks like 7:30 is actually pretty useful. So we're gonna mark it out. Right. I'm not calling them true session opens. I just overcomplication of what the reality of. Yeah, you don't need to call it that. 7:30. Wow, and then look at that, guys. I mean, genuinely, that is so cool. So let's get rid of that indicator. Do you see how these time levels are useful? Because it's going to allow you to frame which way are we manipulating, right? We dip below true session open. We dip below Monday 18 o'clock, which is the true week open. Crazy, actually. And then we dip below midnight, which is the true day open. And so what do you see here? You see once we're below all of these, that's where the manipulation occurred. Wow, that's crazy. That is so cool. Guys, I think we're sleeping on these true opens. It's crazy. And there's so much we can learn every single week, and I feel like no one else understands that the market's giving you this information for free. You just have to jump in the charts and look. It's just crazy. So many people don't even look. It's just for free every single week. That's actually really cool. So let's take a screenshot of this, right? We could even put this in Tuesday. Let's put this in Tuesday because this happened on Tuesday. But the true opens were very powerful on Tuesday. So this was 8/12. True opens were incredibly powerful on Tuesday. That's so cool. So then after this, right? And we had a new day opening gap here. So we dip below all of them. Tap this new day opening gap. So this is where we got to find the precision swing point, because I know how the quarterly theory guys trade, right? We just got to figure out, like, okay, we had to figure out, okay, where was the precision swing point? It was, yeah, here we go. Like, I don't even want to use SMTs. I feel like you don't even need SMTs. You probably do. Okay. Alright, check all that out, right? We dip below all of those into the opening gap. So there we go. There's that new day opening gap. So at this point, we need to figure out how these quarterly theory guys enter, right? Because obviously now we've seen that the manipulation happened below all those time levels. I'm assuming it's going to be a 1 minute precision swing point. So let's go ahead and look at these candles in the lower time frame. Okay, this one is, all three of them are red. This one, all three are green. So we're looking for a break. The difference, like if one candle is green and another candle is red on a correlated asset, that's a precision swing point, right? And they don't want me to tell you guys that, but that's the truth. Okay, so yeah, here it is. We can see this one's green, this one's red, and this one's red. I assume that this is the one. Yeah. So just a 1 minute precision swing point, and then (1-P-FEG). Where is it? Okay, I want to change this to having YouTube live sessions running in the background makes the process feel more engaging and less isolating. Without it, the task can feel sometimes monotonous and lonely. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I could be doing this on my own, but, I'd rather, one, stream it because other people, it could be beneficial for other people. If I say anything that's helpful, then that's worth having the stream go. But then also, like, you guys can be doing your own backtesting and then just hearing my voice, and then, it feels like you're not alone. It feels like you're just hanging out with someone while you guys are both backtesting. That's, like, exactly right. I love that, Jill. So, yeah. This is really cool, right? Do you guys see how this is quarterly theory? And I don't even know anything about SSMT, but I do know that it's, like the true day opens and the 1 minute precision swing point and stuff. So here's that 1 minute PSP. We wick below it, close above it. Once we close above it, you enter on the retest of it. That's nice. Then we hit this new day opening gap, and then we get 1 minute precision swing point, and then bang. What should we use for standard deviations? We could use this down close candle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once again, like I always say, standard deviations, it's not, obviously, the more precise you can get, the better, but it's not you have to measure out standard deviations this way. Standard deviations, they're just a tool to take profit, just like anything else. Like people saying, oh, standard deviations, they represent like key levels and stuff. No. Standard deviations they're not a key level. I mean, they can end up being a reactionary spot because people are taking profit there. But at the end of the day, it's a tool, because it's just areas it's just measuring out the manipulation and then where you can take profit. So, I mean, it's people saying it's anything else is kind of just stupid to me. Like, they just don't understand it. That's why I have all 8 of them. That's why I have all the way up to 8, is because if they're just take profit spots, why would I not include all of them? Why would I stop at 4? That's pretty cool, huh? So a quarterly theory trade. I don't even know if where there's SMT, but I'm assuming that there is. There's obviously SMTs. Like, I only even need to know half the picture, and I can still frame out the quarterly theory trade. Okay, so this was 10:05. This was on Tuesday, right? 10:05 quarterly theory. I'm just gonna call it a 1 minute PSP. That's crazy. Yeah, they would not be happy with they would not be happy if I made a video about this, and I'm going to. Hey, no one owns smart money concepts. I will say it again, and I'll say it a million times. These concepts were discovered. You can't own something that is discovered. You can't own a discoverable truth about reality. You can't just own the law of gravity. You can't own. You can't own. Just anything that you discover in life is just it's a discovery. You can't own a discovery. This doesn't make any sense. So, like once again, yeah, correlated theory is true. I'm not like. I don't. That doesn't mean that Day owns it. Doesn't mean that ICT owns fair value gaps. In my opinion, right? ICT doesn't own these things. My opinion. Okay, my computer's still charging. So we should look at some actual realistic trades because, unfortunately, as cool as those quarterly theory trades are, they're not super realistic for us. I mean, at least for me yet at this point. I'm going to need to get more experience. It's probably going to take a little while longer before, taking this live will be actually somewhat feasible because I know it's happening, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to catch it. It's a very advanced trade, and unfortunately I'm still a student of the market. I'm still getting better. I've only been doing this 2 years, so you just got to keep getting better and practicing. But anyway, let's go ahead and look more at the market. So, right, we had once again this was the weekly open. Actually, let's just do control. No, let's just do 18 o'clock, and we'll put this here. And I'm actually gonna save this as a template. I don't have any templates for the vertical line. That's kind of funny. So, not only was that a 1 hour gap, but it was also a 15-minute gap. It's crazy because so much aligned actually with this low. Like if I remember right, I made a video on the superstar for value gap. Or was that last week? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there was a Reaper for value gap that got held here, which was it's just crazy how everything aligns so well. Like, okay, let's just look at it just to see. So once again, what is a Reaper for value gap? Well, you find the breaker, so that's the up close candle before a move lower that takes liquidity, and then we close higher. So now this is going to be a key level when the market comes back into it. So once again, low. So within this green candle, it's making a low, and then it's making a high. So there's the low and then the high, and now here's the lower low that takes liquidity. Right here, we take liquidity, and then higher high. So that's your breaker, right? Low, high, or low, high, lower low, higher high. So that's the signature you're looking for with the breaker. So you drag this over. Breaker. See how we hold this? Now, within discount on the lower time frame of this breaker, there will oftentimes be a fair value gap. And even if there's not a fair value gap, you can still identify like where is the gap in price action and still gonna a lot of time be respected. So zooming in, right? Scroll over, we go down, we look for where's the fair value gap in discount. Well, you could use this entire range here, or you could just use the lower part. I'll probably just use the lower part. So like once again, mark it out like this, or mark it out like this. or like this, however you want. But once again, why is this a Reaper for value gap? Because measuring this move from high to low, it's in discount, right? It's in discount of this breaker, clearly. So it's a fair value gap and discount of the breaker. So we drag this over, right? And this is going to be a key level. So you see this, right? Reaper for value gap is key level. Hey, what up, Hyper? Good to see you. So it's crazy because that was actually the low of the week. So this is I think this is a 1 minute Reaper. Yeah, 1 minute Reaper for value gap. So this was actually the low of the week. I'm actually going to save this as a new template because I like the... Oh, why did it do that? Hyper, I was reviewing your straight trades at the beginning of the stream. Well, I didn't really have anything to say about them because they were so good, but I was taking a look at them. I have way too many templates. I need to do, one of these days, I need to do like a template organization day. I just organize all my templates. But yeah, there's your Reaper for value gap within discount of this breaker, and you can see that that is below for the week. Pretty cool. Low of the week. I'm gonna screenshot that. So Reaper was the low of the week. Let's save that for Tuesday. Was this Tuesday or this Monday? Oh, this was on Monday. We'll save it on both days, because I guess it happened on both days. So 8/11. So yeah, the cool thing about 1 minute key levels is you can align them with 5-second change of states. So if I drag it down to the 5-second, you can take this as a 5-second off of the 1 minute Reaper, 5-second change state delivery. Bro, I took all the trades apart from Friday, but I don't hold to full TP because 40% consistency rules. That's crazy. You're doing so good, Hyper. I'm so proud of you. For me, I'm still struggling. Like, I can see all the trades after, but then in the moment, sometimes it can be kind of hard for me. And, you know, something that I'm just going to keep working on, and it is what it is. But the fact that you're catching him live is genuinely so impressive. I'm so proud of you. So why is it not letting me scroll back further? Let me scroll back. I want to see price action. What the heck? Anyway, I guess let's look at something else, because obviously we know there was some kind of 5-second change state delivery you could have taken, because there always is. It has to be. If you're gonna leave a key level, there has to be a change of state delivery. There's literally no other way for you to leave a key level. So, okay, what else do we look at, right? Oh, you deleted your message. Okay. let's go back to the weekly range. I kind of want to see, okay, so very, very interesting, right? We essentially hit this 15-minute breaker. So, within this, right, this is kind of like we're anticipating this to be low of the week, right? Within this, we actually get 1 minute, a tiny little 1 minute change in state there, and that actually holds. That's so crazy. This tiny little 1 minute change in state holds for the entire week. It's mind-boggling how much opportunity there is if you're disciplined, and you could actually just have the patience and the discipline to take a trade like this. 1 minute change state. Why would this be high probability? Because you're inducing these lows. So, yeah, it's kind of scary, but that's the price you're paying to take really advanced trades. We induce these lows into this 1 minute change in state, which is also a Reaper for value gap. And stop loss would go at the low. So 15-minute breaker, 1 minute change in state delivery. I mean, so crazy. It's so hard, so much easier said than done to catch these though, but so we do hit the 4th standard deviation, and we also hit the 8th. I mean, we also probably hit like the 16th and the 32nd, and it just keeps going. So 15-minute breaker, 1 minute change in state. Pretty crazy. We enter on an inducement. That's so cool. Objectively, like, how could it be that precise? Objectively, like, it's impossible. It's impossible. That was at 1 a.m. This is why I say, like, even if there's news, guys, like, technically speaking, if you do everything right, you should be on side with the delivery of news if you take your trade correctly. And so you shouldn't be scared of news, because news just delivers price towards the drawn liquidity. But that's obviously easier said than done, and I'm still getting better. And I'm not suggesting you go trade news, but I am saying that when you get really skilled, you can. 15, what is this? This is at 103, flow state retest, 15-minute, 1 minute. I want to look at some realistic trades, because none of these trades I've been looking at are realistic at all, right? Oh. So let's just say we were trying to catch the weekly range, right? And we knew that the drawn liquidity was all-time highs. And so, because of that, yeah, we're trying to catch the weekly range. So here's a 15-minute for value gap. I think this should be a realistic trade, right? Accumulation. Clearly. Let's actually do a range projection. cool. 0.5 gets pretty close to that low, and I guess if you measure it like that, then we hit it. Yeah, because that's the end of the body. Okay, yeah. 0.5 gets the low, and then we hit the second. So 15-minute for value gap. Let's check our weekly stat map. It's crazy how everything lines up. We don't actually go to the weekly manipulation level, but still. Oh, man, I don't even know what to look at. There's just so much. I guess let's find a 1 minute change to delivery down there. Once again, there's this one. That one's a little risky to me. This one, once again, that one's kind of risky. I think this one's pretty clean, right? Just drag this over. 1 minute change state delivery. Yeah, I mean that is relatively simple, and we go from that 15-minute gap off of that 1 minute change state delivery. We also, we almost go tap OTE. I guess if you measure it from body to body, we do. Yeah. So I definitely like measuring out from body to body. Sometimes it just kind of depends. I'm getting kind of tired. But yeah, this is nice because it's entering on an inducement. Once again, though, this is at 7:30 in the morning. Would I catch this necessarily? Not necessarily. So that's, 5:30 my time, and I don't know if I would catch that. Talk about weekly profiles. Yes. So I was looking at weekly profile for this week, and to me it wasn't super obvious what it was. Yeah, I'm not super sure. Here, I'm gonna screenshot this real quick. So once again, this would also be predicting news. So once again, not necessarily saying you should predict news because you can, but it's just hard. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it if you're really good and skilled, because the news is going to deliver price to the draw and liquidity, but, while we're getting better, it can be kind of hard. Okay. Talk about weekly profiles. Okay. Kind of need to blow my nose first. Hang on. Be right back. Yeah, we're looking so much on Tuesday, but there's a lot more trades. Okay, be right back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what weekly profile this was, and maybe you guys can help me figure it out. But essentially, on Monday, we manipulate, and then we expand on Tuesday, and then the rest of the week we draw back down. No, I live in my parents' basement. Um, okay. So, like, I wish I knew. I feel like it was, if it was a weekly profile, it's either one I don't know or uh, it wasn't obvious. So, I feel like there's not much to talk about with weekly profile this week. Okay, let's keep going. Um, Man, these price conditions, you have to take lower time frame trades with them, and easier said than done. But one thing you can do that could be nice is you could go into the market with a very specific level in mind. Like, for instance, I see this breaker sitting above this consolidation, and I know that this is going to be a nice breaker. So I don't even, let's say I just don't even care about price action. I just say, okay, this is a nice breaker. I am going to use this for flow state, so I'm not even going to look at anything else. So 1 hour breaker, 5-minute change state delivery. Now, yeah, the way you would take this, right, because you're going to be like, oh, we didn't even retest the change state. Well, the way you could take this is I will, a lot of time, I'll still mark the change state out at the same spot, but I will enter on the wick to make sure I get filled. So for instance, here's the first trade you could take, would be a flow state close, where now I don't know if I for sure would take this, because it's not like, I don't like change states that happen this quickly. Sometimes I feel like without an internal manipulation, it's not gonna work. But still, I'm just noting it, right? I'm letting the market be my teacher, and I'm saying, okay, well, this did work, so it's something I should observe as a possibility for the future. Sometimes, I get hesitant when it's like change state delivery that happens so fast, but once again, letting the market be my teacher. So you can see we go down to that fourth standard deviation. So here's the first way you take this is 1 hour breaker, liquidity sweep, and then 5-minute change in state. Once again, hey, yo, wick sauce. Dude, are you the guy that has the server? I forget what server it's called. Are you the guy that runs this server right here? Are you Wick Sauce himself? Like, are you actually the guy that's the owner of this? Because if so, that's kind of sick. You got a huge server, bro. But I've learned a lot from you guys. I actually have a lot of respect. Dang, dude. Cool. Yeah, my trading's been decent. Just slowly improving, slowly learning every single day. I mess up sometimes. Sometimes I have really good trades. But just gonna keep working at it, dude. Props to you on your server, dude. It's impressive. It's like yeah. it's a pretty, good sized server you got going on. I'm surprised though you don't like ICT anymore. I thought you were an ICT trader, so you were like only order flow. Now you don't even trade ICT at all. Cause last time you came to my stream, you're like yeah, don't trade ICT. It's terrible. Only do order flow. Cause I mean, dude, ICT works. Oh, okay, bet, dude. But yeah, ICT works. So does order flow. You know what I'm saying? Like they're both uh, pieces of a puzzle that is a very complex puzzle. The market's very deep. Order flow is. I personally want to learn more about order flow. I think it's important, but I also think ICT can be can offer very precise. Can be ICT concepts can be very precise as well as just any smart money concept in general. It's gonna allow for precise entries and all that stuff. So. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you joining the stream. It's kind of cool because you got this big server, dude. It's impressive. Are you the guy? Did you also have the ICT is Truth server, and then it got deleted? Are you Yags? Are you the same guy as Yags, or are you someone else? Because I remember Yags used to own that server. And if, maybe you just changed your name, but. You can make money with it with ICT. Yeah, I said, like your Yags, nice, dude. You gave what to someone and left. I'm confused, dude. So are you Yags or not? Oh, the ICT's Truth. Oh, you're talking about the ICT's Truth server. Yeah, um, dude, I really wish you kept all the. I mean, I get that you made the new one. I get you made the new one, but I feel like the old one had way more videos. I missed the old one. The ICT dump server. Yeah, you are Yags. Oh, nice. Yeah, bro. I know the ICT's Truth. The. Oh, this is sick. Whatever it's called. You had recreated it with the ICT dump stuff, but I feel like the original one I feel like had more videos, but I still loving it, dude. I'm still loving it. I'm trying to go through all those. I still haven't. A lot of it's very valuable. That's why I was surprised you said you don't trade ICT anymore, or you said you only like order flow or something like that last time, because I was like, isn't he the guy that had the whole server on ICT stuff? Like the hidden stuff. I was just kind of surprised, but sounds like you still do trade some ICT. I think it's all useful. I think it's all part of the same puzzle. Like literally every profitable trading strategy is all part of the same picture. It's just different points of views. Like hopefully that makes sense. Read that book tonight? Okay. Bet, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, you seem like a cool guy. You seem very knowledgeable. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I like this as a flow state close. Very much appreciate it. So once again, accumulation, manipulation, run down to this fair value gap, and discount. Essentially, we're targeting this discount fair value gap here. Okay, is it order flow? I actually really do want to learn a lot about order flow. I guess I just haven't known what resources to use and where to start. But I think order flow is very important. So let's see here. Yeah, 10:50. What was this? This was on Thursday. All right, let's go to Thursday. 10:50, flow state, close, 1 hour, 5 minute. All right. Should I look at this now? I guess I'll look at it now. Digital time theory. Oh. Time the markets. Dang, this is really cool. Appreciate this, bro. Nice of you. Dang, I'll definitely give this a read. Yeah, ICT price terminologies. Wow. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is something I've noticed is the OT of the price leg will often be very sniper entry. Digital time theory. This is very cool. Appreciate this, bro. Dang. It's literally got math and stuff. That's so cool. Vortex mathematics. That's so cool, dude. Appreciate this. Yeah, 3, 6, and 9. I've been kind of like trying to understand. I feel like I've definitely noticed some stuff about how it's like 3, 6, and 9 is related. I just don't I only have bits and pieces of it. I don't have it all figured out yet. Dang. That's sick. All right. What the heck? This is so cool. Oh my gosh. That's sick. All right. Yeah, bro. You're the real deal. You're one of the goats in my opinion. It takes a lot to make a server like that. It's a pretty big server. Anyway, let's keep backtesting. Yeah. I wonder how many people are watching. Let's look. Three watching. Let's go. Dang, I'm excited to read that book. That's gonna be kind of cool. Oh, there's 4 watching. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, right? Hey, what up, Pranav? So, like I was saying, there's this initial one you enter on the close. So, there's Thursday. So, yeah, this was the one you could enter on the close, and then there's also this where you enter on the retest, where you drag this over and you can enter on the retest of the wick. See that? Bang. So now let's try this out again. Let's measure out standard deviations of this. once again down to fourth standard deviation and third. Probably be best to do it to down to the third. Actually, no, we'll just have it go down to the fourth. I might take a break and come back later and then review the market some more later, maybe tonight. I might actually do that. Yeah, I was thinking this was a decent possibility, and then yeah, I'd probably put stop loss there because I'm entering on the wick. Okay, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna stop the stream and I'm going to come back later, either later today or later on. Yeah, probably later today, and then maybe again tomorrow. And I'm gonna keep going, but pretty cool stuff. So this is at 13:25. 1 hour, 5 minute. Let's stay retest. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna come back later, finish this later on sometime. I think my dad wants help with something right now, so yeah.